For us, Portugal is fantastic beaches, warm-hearted people, beautiful nature and good food. Portugal is a dream country for many to emigrate. We spoke to many people who found happiness here. The many beautiful empty houses made us curious, and so we looked around a bit at the real estate market here. The country with its possibilities inspired us a lot.
In this episode, we explore the relaxed city of Porto with lots of culture and a beautiful river in the middle of the city. We also explore smaller Portuguese towns, medieval castles, secluded beaches, and a surfing beach with the highest waves in the world. We are the Swiss family travels the world, who travel 100% electric with our Tesla Model Y. Our route leads from Spain through the north of Portugal to Porto and from there further south towards Lisbon.
As soon as we crossed the border from Spain to Portugal, something struck us. The sign Vende, it means for sale or everywhere. Countless beautiful houses are for sale. This piqued our interest and we want to know more about it.
But more on that later. In Braga, it's time for a coffee break and the Portuguese speciality
Pastel de nata.
The pastel de nata are probably the most famous sweet pastries in Portugal, and they are incredibly delicious. Something else typical Portuguese are the colorful tiles on the house walls. These tiles can be seen in a wide variety of colors and patterns all over Portugal. Braga is a small charming town and the religious center of Portugal. Portugal lives. The country has heart and history. We find the old castle of Coimbra particularly beautiful. The first king of Portugal, Afonso I, made the city the first capital of the country. Of course, Portugal also offers international cuisine, and today we choose pizza. We want to move on and charge at one of the countless charging stations in Portugal.
We are here at this local charging station, and after trying several times, finally it's working. Yoo-hoo! But really, it could be so easy if you guys had the same system like Tesla. Tesla, you go there, plug in, charge, and everything, it's working always, and it's so easy.
It took us a while to figure out how it works, but after that it works without any problems. But more on that in another video. After a typical Portuguese simple breakfast, we set off for Porto. We are really looking forward to the second largest city of Portugal. And after a few days in Porto, we can say,
for us, Porto is really a must-see place. The people are so nice, the food is incredibly good, and you have so much to see, to explore. Just go visit Porto. We love it. We really love it.
Porto is wonderfully lively and totally relaxed at the same time. The city has a lot to offer and a lot of culture, and the painted tiles on the facades are particularly beautiful. There is delicious food everywhere, and especially those with a sweet tooth will find lots of delicacies here. We explore different districts in Porto. The district of Foz de Douro, where the Douro River meets the sea, is particularly charming.
Today is a special day. We want to visit a property which really gets our interest. But first we explore the area around the property and go to a nearby cafe for lunch. Delicious, very cheap, and of course with pastel de nata for dessert.
We are on our way to visit our first real estate here in Porto, Portugal, and the house is somewhere there. And we are very curious how it looks inside, outside, what to say about the price, how the infrastructure looks like, and the neighbors. And we are really looking forward to have a look on this house.
The house is located in a quiet and simple part of the city, but still in the center. The view of the river and the bridge is of course fantastic. The house is only partially renovated, which is why the agent offers us a discount of the purchase price. We could buy the house for 300,000 euros, a 4-room main apartment, and below are 2 small apartments which you could use yourself or rent out. We like it a lot, especially the view, but it didn't really convince us. But very exciting to get an insight into the real estate market. We will have more properties to look at. But the bottom line is that it is very difficult to find a good property for a good price in Porto.
And now let's go to the Ponte Luís bridge that we saw from the property. It connects the old town with Via Nova de Gaia. What a spectacular view of the city and the Douro River. Porto has a wonderful size. Everything in the center is within easy walking distance. And we find the opulent Portuguese architecture on every corner.
We also discover how pastel de nata are made fresh, specially processed puff pastry with an egg cream filling, crunchy and creamy at the same time, best when they are still warm and like the locals do, with cinnamon on top.
Pastel de nata.
Simply delicious.
The Portuguese are incredibly warm and open, and since almost all of them speak very good English, it is easy to get into conversation. Especially in Porto, we encountered a very special, positive vibe, a kind of spirit of optimism, the desire to change and build something.
We really love the vibe of the city.
In the middle of the city, we charge at a charger that used to be a gas station. We will see something like this more often in the future.
Today we want to look at the second property. We have the opportunity to look into one of these old town villas. It's almost a little spooky, abandoned for many years. Some plants are already growing in the house. We soon realized that this house is out of the question. But we haven't closed the topic yet. We will continue to analyze the real estate market in Porto.
Tired from all the impressions, we end the day at the city beach. Time to wash. Now our path leads us further south. Not far from Porto, we discover this secluded, beautiful beach. Nice to be in nature again.
Melhara. Melhao.
Sorry, that's probably both mispronounced. Portuguese is really not easy. We continue to the university city of Coimbra. The city is very well maintained and has a beautiful old town. After a very sweet breakfast, we head uphill towards the university district. We find the view of the city to be particularly beautiful here. And on we go. On the way we discover a car dealer who also sells Teslas. Of course we like that. Now we are hungry. We always have our cooking equipment with us, so we cook a simple dinner at the playground.
Our next destination is the surfing town of Nazare. A part of the town is beautifully situated on a cliff high above the sea. But Nazare is best known for its spectacular waves. In winter there are the highest waves in the world, up to 30 meters. Portugal's coast is simply beautiful. We discover many beautiful little places.
There are countless charging stations in Portugal, often at the supermarkets, and they have always worked. Even in the small town of Obidos, there is a charging station in the parking lot. Very convenient, we charge while we visit the town.
The special thing about Obidos is definitely the well-preserved old city wall that runs all around the city, and you can walk along it. Really a very special experience. And from the top you have a great view of the town and the surrounding. The town itself is nice, but a bit too touristy for us. In our next episode we visit the vibrant city of Lisbon with lots of good food. We visit Sintra and the historic town of Évora before we explore the dream coasts of the Algarve. There is still so much to discover. Our one-year journey is far from over.